Hey, welcome back to my channel. The Premier League is finally back in action. It feels like forever since we last saw Arsenal play Premier League football. It's been 4 weeks to be exact, but it feels like a lifetime. But we have been fortunate. Actually, I don't know if fortunate is the correct word in this instance, because yes, we were fortunate enough to play in a cup final, but the result was not the one that we were looking for. But yeah, we played in the cup final. We was in the FA Cup quarterfinals. We played in the Champions League, the first leg of the quarterfinals. Oh, so much going on. But within all that time, there's been no Premier League football. And then, of course, there was the international break. So it's been ages, and no shade, and genuinely no shade. Some fans have had to wait even longer to watch their club play any football at all. And if it wasn't long enough, the Premier League has come back this weekend, and Man United fans have had to wait till Monday evening to watch their team play. And I swear to God, I don't mean no shade. I cannot, like, my whole life is my football club. Sad to say. It's actually quite embarrassing. But my whole life exists around this football club. And I couldn't go that long without watching my team having to watch everyone else's. So we all have a friend that's a Man United fan, so show them some grace. It's been a long wait. It's been a very long wait. Monday evening is crazy. But yes, Arsenal back in action, early doors, Saturday afternoon, 12:30 at the Emirates against Bournemouth. And I'm so happy. Actually, do you know what? I actually do not like early Saturday morning kickoffs, unless it's an away game that I don't have a ticket to and I'm watching from home. But for match, like as a match going fan, that's one of my least favorite kickoff times. What's your least favorite kickoff time? And what's your favorite kickoff time? Like if I'm watching from home, any kickoff time is good. But if I'm going to the stadium, I think I only like Saturday 3 p.m. kickoffs. I'll be so real. Sunday 2 p.m. it normally clashes with my son's football. Sunday 4:30, not my least favorite, but it's just like got a new week to start tomorrow. Don't really want to be leaving the Emirates at 6 p.m. 7, whatever it is. So yeah, okay, we're straying a bit. Let's get into. I've just missed Premier League football. But yeah, let me know in the comments what's your least favorite and most favorite kickoff time to watch at the stadium and to watch at home. All right, let's preview Arsenal v Bournemouth. I'm really giddy and excited today, but then when it comes to match day, I get so nervous, extremely nervous. As I said, it's been 4 weeks since we played Premier League football, and when we was playing, it was like, kind of comfortable, 9 points clear, and we've kind of just put that to the side now. But so much has happened since then. So I don't know if everyone's confidence is at an all-time high anymore, because like I said, we put that to the side, 9 points clear, doing well, most of our players fit and healthy, and then boom, Carabao Cup final, loss. Boom, Southampton away in the FA Cup final, FA Cup loss. And yeah, like it's not been great because boom, injuries. But it was great to see so many players back in contention and back playing on the pitch against Sporting in the Champions League. It was good to see Saliba back starting, Declan Rice. Obviously, great to see Raya back in goal. What a performance, by the way. Raya has been literally one of my favorite players all season so far. And it's funny because rarely for me personally is a goalkeeper like one of my top 3 or top 5 players of a season. I know that's quite fair to say. We need to show some goalkeepers some love out here. But normally it's like your attacking players, your midfielders, and then more recently your defenders, because they're a lot more ball-playing defenders, playing balls forward. You know how it goes. I'm rambling a lot. But yeah, it's rarely that a goalkeeper is in my top 5. He's like in my top 2 at the moment. He's like number 1 for me at the moment. So David Raya has been magnificent for Arsenal all season so far. So it was really nice to see him back in goal. Of course, he'll be back in goal for Champions League football. And yeah, lots of players to see back. Trossard, yeah, everyone's pretty much getting back. And then, as I'm hearing in the press conference, that Eze should be fit. I don't know if he's going to start, but Eze should be fit to be back to playing for Arsenal. So that'll be good to see him feature tomorrow against Bournemouth. But yeah, a lot has happened. A lot has happened since our last Premier League fixture. How are we all feeling? We're into that final stretch, that final 50 meters. I don't know, is it 50 meters, 75 meters? We're in that final home run stretch of the season, as we know. Not many games left. And we know what it's like when the pressure builds. And I feel like over the last few weeks, pressure's been building. There's been a lot of football and a lot of competitions. And I know everyone has different stances, but I think it's a lot to be proud of, because obviously, naturally, I want my team to win. I'd be much prouder if we won the Carabao Cup final. I don't want to dwell on that too much, but like that was the one we really should have won that, but it just wasn't the performance we was expecting. but the Southampton one hurts the most. But when you look at the teams that are left in these competitions, they're not playing as much football as Arsenal Football Club. And I don't want to start making excuses. I don't want to start making excuses, of course. So let's just focus back on the Premier League. Let's just put that. Yeah, let's just focus back on Bournemouth at home. Now, Bournemouth this season is not something to mess about with. They're not that same team we beat 4-0 away. Was it last season when Havertz scored that penalty? It's not the same cherries. They've been a different level this season. And you would have thought things would have changed after losing one of their star players in Anton Semenyo to Man City, but they're still, and no team is about one player, let's be real. But a team at that level, you'd expect when their star player moves on, and they've had it with Dominic Solanke as well in the past, they just keep, I was going to say churning out these results, but they are getting results deservedly. And I'm really hoping that Arsenal put a stop to that tomorrow, because Bournemouth are on some unbeaten run. And we need to put that to a stop tomorrow. Sorry, Cherries fans. It's not like, I say that as if they're getting amazing results in this unbeaten run. But an unbeaten run is an unbeaten run. Yes, they're not winning these games. A lot of them have been draws, like they drew to West Ham United. Gosh, Premier League was so long ago, I cannot remember. I'm going to have to go check my stats quickly. But like, I know there was a goalless draw. They've had draws here and there, but they're not losing games. Yes, that loss of Anton Semenyo has seen the lack of goals. Like the goals are definitely depleted, but they're still able to get a point here and a point there. And I think they're 4 points off Europe, if I remember correctly. So they're going to be hoping to get as many points. But if it's a point here, 3 points there, just be getting them points. So they're 4 points off, I believe. I think they're sitting in 13th. Let me stop saying I think, and let me just double check. Let's have a look. The first thing that's come up is the Arsenal website. It's been a streaky season for the Cherries, bouncing back from an opening day loss to Liverpool by going 8 unbeaten and then not winning between November and January before their current stretch. They have emerged victorious in just 4 of their last 22 top flight games and fell at the first hurdle in both competitions. That's not the stat I'm looking for. Hold on. Having seen the talismanic Anton Semenyo, like I mentioned, depart for Manchester City, goals have been short in supply with their last 2 away games at West Ham United and Burnley. That's it, ending goalless, yet extending their unbeaten away run to 6. So they've got 6 unbeaten games in a row. Yes, a couple were goalless, but they still haven't lost. When they take to the Emirates Stadium pitch, it will be 22 days since their last outing, when they twice battled back to earn a 2-2 draw against Manchester United. Look, regardless of the opposition, every single match is of utmost importance. I was going to say let's play every single match like it's a cup final, but judging on the cup final that we saw on March 22nd at Wembley Stadium, I wouldn't make that comparison. Let's not play like that. But honestly, but we really need to treat it like this is be all, and like every game is a must win. And I know that's a lot of pressure, and I'm not sure managers go into change room saying stuff like that. We've seen the documentary in the past. Arteta has different ways of motivating the team and enlightening ways. Very different. He has a different approach to how he motivates the lads. But whatever it is that he says, it needs to translate in like this is a must-win game. And I know the players know that themselves. They know what's on the line for them. Yes, they have this little safety net of 9 points, but there's also a game in hand for Manchester City, if I remember correctly. So nobody's safe. Like 7, is it 7 games? Like 7 games is a lot of games. It's a lot of games. What happened in 2 games in the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup changed everything. So 7 games, boys, please. So in the press conference today, Arteta said, the closer we get, the relevance and importance of the match increases, obviously. And tomorrow is a big day for us. The players know it. Our supporters know it. It's an early kickoff. So get up early, have an early breakfast. Arteta gives me jokes. He said, get up early, have an early breakfast, bring your lunch and bring your dinner, and let's go all together for it, because it has to be a big day. And I think I remember seeing in one of the supporters club's messages that Arteta was urging the fans to arrive as early as possible. None of this arriving at 12:30, 20 past 12. He wants you in the gates early as possible, bringing the energy, bringing everyone being in the stadium in time for North London forever in time. He wants it as loud as possible. The atmosphere needs to be big, because there's certain fixtures, that, especially at home, sometimes away as well, that they're just more difficult than they need to be. Like, we cannot forget that Bournemouth game when Reece Nelson saved the day, and we all thought that was the moment, and it would have been. I honestly wish it was, because what a game-changing, season-changing moment that could have been if we then went on to win the league. But I don't like to talk about things like that now because I'm literally one of those Arsenal fans that's got PTSD. I want everyone else to remain positive. I'm trying to be on that bandwagon, but the trauma runs deep. But yeah, that would have been a moment. But the fact that we went, I think that was the game we went down so early, like within the first 20 seconds or something from Philip Billing. Not sure if that was the same game, pretty sure it was. But it was a game that was tougher than it needed to be. And it's teams like that, like Southampton, West Ham, Bournemouth. And these are the teams that we've got on the last stretch. We already had Southampton in the FA Cup. We've got Bournemouth tomorrow. We've got West Ham coming up away, not around after the Man City. Guys, I'm nervous. These teams are teams that I don't enjoy playing. These teams that everyone else says, oh, that's easy 3 points for Arsenal. I always think, why are we struggling here? Why are we not scoring? Why are we chasing the game? And that's what I don't want tomorrow. Obviously, ideal, early doors, get a goal. I don't want no chasing. I don't want to be 1-0 down and chasing for the equaliser and then chasing for the 2-1. Please. No, yeah, it's all nice. We all like a last minute winner like the Reece Nelson. We all like that. It's amazing when it comes off, but we don't need the stress, please. We've been through enough over the last couple of weeks. Really and truly. So yeah, Arteta confirmed that Eze will be back in contention for this game after missing the past few weeks with a calf problem. Hincapié was pictured back in training after sitting out the last couple of matches since international break. Bukayo Saka and Yuri Timber also missed out on those games by edging closer to full fitness. But Mikel Merino is still out of his foot injury, which is disappointing because I've been seeing him a lot in the training videos. You know, where they, on Instagram, when they're arriving in training, they ask them a question like, who would be the best at golf? Those type of videos. So I was thinking, oh, is he back? But clearly not. Yeah, facts and stacks aside, a win is a win. And for every remaining game that Arsenal have this season, I'm going to be saying the same thing. A win is a win. And I know there's always going to be someone that says, you can't win every game. They're not robots. They can't win it. I know that. I know people are coming back from injury. They're still playing with an injury, nursing an injury. I know that sometimes maybe pressure can get I don't know what it is, but we've seen it with our own eyes. When it gets to that last hurdle, there's a little buckle. But from my standpoint, a win is a must. A win is a must. It's a must-win game. It's a must-win game. Let's see our remaining games. It's a busy week and it's a tough week. Bournemouth tomorrow, must-win game. Sporting at home, we could draw it 0-0. It's not a must-win game, but it's a must-get through to the next stage game. So even if it's 0-0, that's technically not a must-win. It's just get to the next round, please, boys. But Bournemouth must win. Sporting, you can draw, but please win. Man City away. Must win. We need some type of redemption, especially when they're low-key going to be on our tail. Not even low-key, high-key going to be on our tail. They've got that fire and that belief now. They're out of the Champions League. They're still in the FA Cup. They've won the Carabao Cup. Why not, in their mind, go for all three? They're still in contention for the treble, realistically. They've got one already. They can, I think, are favourites to win the FA Cup. And they're only a few points behind Arsenal. So why would they not try? And this is potentially Pep Guardiola's last season managing Man City. That's what the rumours are saying. And if not, why would he not try and go out and get another treble? So, well, it's not the treble he did before because there's no Champions League, but treble's a treble, Domestic treble. Anyway, wow, I really talk a lot. Okay. Arsenal, Newcastle, must win, home game. Arsenal, Fulham, must win. These are difficult games, I'll be so real. West Ham away, difficult game. They're fighting for their life. They're kicking off very shortly for their Friday night game. Whatever happens there, we don't know yet, but they are fighting for their lives. So all their games are pretty much must wins or must get a point. Arsenal, Burnley, last game of it's not the last game of the season. It's the last home game of the season. We don't know what's going to be happening at that point, but in case Man City have caught up, it's a must-win game. Every game is a must-win game. Last game of the season, Crystal Palace away, must-win game. Arsenal, I'm going to say it every week, man. It's a must-win game. No pressure, though. No pressure. I just want to see us celebrate. I just want to see us win. You deserve it. Like, these boys deserve it. They've worked so hard over the last few seasons. They've come close. Like, the talent is ridiculous. The workload is a lot, but they deserve it, man. Let's not get emotional. Let's just see this through. My prediction for tomorrow, couldn't tell you. Just want 3 points. But I'll go with a 2-0. Can we keep? Come on, Raya. Of course we can. Raya, clean sheet. Why not? 2-0 Arsenal. 2-0 Arsenal. Yeah. What are you saying? What are your predictions? And if you like the length of this video, please give me honest feedback. I mean, you can be a bit cheeky if you like. I know some people get rude on YouTube, but try and be nice. But give me your feedback on how you want these previews to go. Am I talking too much? Am I talking too fast? Because I've looked at my analytics, and obviously not everyone that watches my videos resides in England, and they're from different countries where England is not English. Wow. Is English even my first language at this point? Where English is not the first language, and I realize I do speak very fast. So if I'm speaking fast, do let me know, and I'll try and calm down. Do you know what it is? I'm looking at the time and seeing that I've been recording for so long, and I'm like, why is this video so long? I'm gonna have to edit loads of bits out. But you tell me, what's your attention span like? Do you like these length of videos, or should I just get it down to like 6 minutes or something? Let me know your thoughts. On top of that, let me know your score predictions, and yeah, man, I'll see you after the match. I will be there. I don't know how quickly I'll get my content up after the match, but you'll see something from me. See you tomorrow, guys.